42, and we're here live in Southwest Florida in my studio this morning. It is storming really badly outside today. It's dark and very stormy, so there was no way I was going to make it to the beach. And I don't even think the lanai is a great option today either. And since we didn't really get far with the pulling samples for the sample sale the other day, I thought today might be a good day to get that bin a little bit fuller. More fuller, I don't know, fuller, yeah, maybe, before I start listing them. I do hope to get everything listed over the weekend and be able to make a sample sale announcement by sometime next week. So that's what we'll do today. Anyway, can't control the weather any more than I can control the the level of connectivity that we get from my cellular service, my Wi-Fi, or YouTube, but hey, we just go with it. So, we're in here, and I think that pulling samples for the sample sale will be a good idea still. If you're joining me live, please say hello. Let me know if you have questions for me. Let me know if you want to share what you're working on. I've got my computer to the side here so I can see. I have the ability to see comments a little bit longer over here. Hi Lisa, Lily, Kieran, G, Thea, Patricia, Jill, Diane, Lori, and Judy. Good morning. Happy Friday, everybody. Hi Karen and Grace, Lisa. Hi Sean. Hope everybody's having a good day so far. I finished my knit teal shawl last night. I finally finished the bind off edge. It looks amazing. All I have to do now is weave in the loose ends, block it, finish the pattern and the charts, get it off to tech editing, do the photo shoot, and then I can list the pattern. But the biggest first step is always getting the sample made. That is by far the largest amount of labor, so very excited that I got it finished. It looks beautiful. Where did I put it? I was going to show it to you, but now oh, we have a visitor this morning. You just want to watch, don't you? Becker is sitting just off camera, just beyond the lights, and watching me. So funny. Anyway, I guess I could go look for it, but we've got so much to do here today anyway. There's so many things to show you. And I put on the razor shell shawl this morning because I really wanted to convince myself that I could part with it, and I can't. So there. I can't part with it yet. That's okay. There'll be plenty of other things that I can part with. And we're going to skip that bin for now and move on to this bin. Oh, there's some cuties in here too. All right. Thank you, Helen. This is the Razor Shell Shawl in Be So Fine yarn in color $1 Million Red, which, like we've been talking about with the fall sale, Be So Fine yarn is now going to be available only in the tidbit size, but you will be able to find as many colors there, and I do believe I'm going to be bringing in more colors, but in the meantime there are lots of colors to choose from there. They are the smaller size balls of Be So Fine yarn, and that means that for the original size balls were 650 yards per ball. These smaller balls are 215 yards per ball, so you would need roughly 3 balls to make this shawl that was originally done in 1 ball of the full-size balls. So, and all of the yardage is shown everywhere. Whether you're looking at a pattern, it'll tell you how many yards you need, not just how many balls you need, and the yarn specifically tells you how many yards are on there as well. So, no mysteries. Everything's listed there. If you ever have questions and you can't figure something out, always feel welcome to ask, but all of the information absolutely is available there as well. Okay, so let's go through another bin. Let's see, I'm sure I missed a bunch of more names, but that's okay. Oh gosh, and now I'm at a point where I'm gonna sit here and say, I don't remember the name of something. Well, there. Well, this is a crochet Mobius cowl done in Be So Toasty yarn in Broomstick lace. I will remember the name eventually. But in the meantime, I am going to be putting this in the sample sale. It's such a beautiful piece. Isn't that beautiful? But I also, the reason why I'm doing the sample sale live or doing the pulling of the samples for the sample sale live, is because these are still really relevant patterns. Don't just look at these as though they're just samples. There's still patterns that you can be inspired by to make. And so if this looks appealing to you, it is done in fingering weight yarn, which you could also adjust for sport weight or DK weight, because it is just a cowl. And it's done in Broomstick lace. And if you haven't done Broomstick lace before, this is one of the simpler type of stitch patterns in Broomstick lace. So really great, what would you call it? A really great practice session also for for building your skills in Broomstick lace, if that's something that interests you. So beautiful. Anyway, we'll be putting that one in the sample sale. Then I believe this is the poppy scarf. This was the hooded pocket scarf we did for a crochet along last year in Be So baby yarn. Isn't that cute? So it's done in motifs. And again, if you want to make this, make it. If you want to get the yarn and make it, go for it. You don't just have to view what I'm showing on the show today as just sample sale items. These are all still relevant patterns on my website that you can absolutely have so much fun making, wearing, or gifting. The thing is, I make so many designs that I run out of space, and so I do have to let go of samples every now and again. It does not mean there's anything wrong with the pattern or that the patterns are less relevant. There's still important patterns that you could absolutely love to make. So anyway, this one's done in motifs. The pockets are made in motifs as well. It has a beautiful twisted fringe on the end and a hood made out of the motifs as well. So, so pretty. Anyway, that one will be going into the sample sale as well. And what else do we have here? Oh, this was the knit counterpart to so when I did these cowls, I did Broomstick lace and crochet, and I did a drop stitch here in knitting to make them both similar, but in knit and crochet, since I get so many requests for doing things that looks the same, which I know really means looks similarly. So this is the knit counterpart for it. And when I share the sample sale, I will also link the patterns during the sample sale, so you could still use the sample sale as inspiration for patterns as well. You can not only view or shop or buy the samples, but I'll also link to the patterns and the yarns that are used if applicable, so that you can still be inspired to make them as well. Okay, this one's from a book, so I'm going to hold that one. Or did I keep books separate from? I'm keeping this one. I think I'm going to keep these headbands a little longer. Maybe, what am I going to do with those? This one. Oh, and I know I did videos on a lot of these already, so I do feel comfortable that I can part with the samples. This, I believe, was called the Rinna. This is a beautiful crochet lace cowl. Oh, my belly looks terrible on this top. Yuck. Yeah, wear a tight white t-shirt in jeans, then sit on the floor and put yourself in front of a camera. Good luck. Of course you're going to have a belly showing. All right, this is the Rinna cowl. It is a crocheted cowl in Be So Sporty bling yarn. Number 2 sport weight, so even though that yarn is, I think it's sold out right now, you could still make it in a different number 2 sport weight yarn, which would be So Sporty yarn or Be So Luxe yarn. And the yardage is shown on the pattern page. This one is going to go into the sample sale. It is so pretty. It's nice and long, so just like I showed you the other day in a long one, you could pull it over your head if you wanted to. You could fold it down over your neck if you wanted to. Lots of ways to style something when it's this long. So we'll hang on to that. Now, I'm having a hard time parting with this one, but It's so pretty. This was the Minka cowl in Be So Toasty yarn that I did for 52 crochet gifts. Such a pretty cowl, such an easy pattern too. But I have done the videos for these patterns that I'm pulling also, and so the patterns are available, the photos are done, the video tutorials are done. So I really do feel like when I have all of those things, did you see the kitty go in the, oh, we're covering the secret passage door. All right, maybe you'll get to see one of the kitties go through his secret door, their secret door this morning. All right, the best part about this design is putting the crochet chain fringe on the lower edge, and that's what makes it splay out over the neck, over the collarbones. It's so flattering on, and this one's longer as well, so you could also wear it like a hood. But the best part about this one is that that fringe splays out like that, almost like a collar necklace. Like, I think that is so flattering. Isn't that beautiful? And so it's still long enough that it could go up over your head, or you could fold it down. So beautiful. Anyway, we're gonna part with it. Okay, so the Minka cowl is going in there. I can't part with the Roxy cowl. You know what? I feel like I made this one last year at the end of winter, maybe even the beginning of spring, and I really never had a chance to wear it. This is the one where I did the chain plying. Remember when I taught you how to do chain plying, where we took one ball of Be So Baby yarn, but we were able to twist it or loop it in a way that we carried 3 strands of yarn at one time. I did this in 2 colors. I did this in watermelon and bubblegum, and then it was 3 plies of one color, 2 plies of the first color, 1 ply of the second, 1 ply of the first, 2 plies of the second, then 3 plies of the second, to give a gradient look while not using a gradient yarn. So beautiful. And these colors, oh, I can't part with it. I don't think I ever had a chance to wear it yet, I think, and that's why. Okay, so most of the cowl bin is empty. There's a couple of sentimental things in there that I'm just not ready to part with. Oh, no, there's another skinny scarf in here. Here's a skinny scarf from 80 Handmade Gifts, also done in a really cool drop stitch pattern. Beautiful skinny scarf in Be So Cozy yarn, I believe. It's Be So Bold. Anyway, we'll put that one in the bin also, and I'll hang on to the rest of these. There's a couple things in there that are unpublished, and unpublished things I usually try to hang on to until I at least publish them. It's silly to get rid of those. All right, crochet bags. Is there anything I can part with in here? Good question. I cannot part with the Queen Bee. It needs to be fluffed up. Sitting in a bin is not the best spot for this, but I'm not ready to part with that one yet. I'm not ready to part with this one either, because I actually use this one. This is the laptop case from 52 Crochet Gifts, and this one is done in Be So Baby yarn in colors Diva and Peach. So beautiful. Such a great project, and I love mine, and I use it all the time. So I'm not ready to part with it, but having said that, that is a good testimonial that you may want to make this for yourself or for someone else that could use a laptop case. It really works well, I think, and those stretchy cords on the side. Here, let me show you. I'll close my computer and I'll put it inside. Hopefully I can do this on camera so you can see it slides in very nicely. Okay, and then when you come over here to the front, the loops, the elastic loops are on the back. So you can flap this over to close it. Yes, there are store-bought ones, of course there are. There's store-bought anything, right? You could always give an argument that there's something store-bought out there for anything we do handmade. That's not why we do things handmade. Right? This is also a very good practice on tapestry crochet, and if you didn't want to make the laptop case, remember we talked about this a lot in the recent past, but also we've talked about this a lot over time. Anything in the round can be anything else in the round. This could be a gorgeous cowl, gorgeous. Instead of starting with a chain on the bottom, just start with a chain loop for all of the stitches, and that would be an amazing cowl as well. And I did 2 high contrast colors, but you could also do 2 low contrast colors. You could pick team colors, sport colors, any significant colors for somebody. But yeah, somebody who has a college colors or team colors, this would be a wonderful, wonderful gift. Very easy pattern to follow, and like I said, if you want some practice with Tunisian crochet, this is great practice for Tunisian crochet. I cannot part with it, but that's okay. It's still a pattern that you can use and love regardless of what I do with the sample sale. All right, this is the mandala crochet bag. This is so beautiful. This one is lined. The stitch pattern is so gorgeous on here. It has this beautiful post-stitch mandala texture. Isn't that beautiful? Don't know if you can see it in these lights, but you can certainly see it in the photos on its pattern page on my website. This is such a beautiful bag. I can't keep every bag though, so no, liners are not hard. I've done several videos about liners over the years. You can watch any of those. They are not difficult to do. Here's another lined bag. This one is also from 52 Crochet Gifts, I believe. Isn't that beautiful? This one has sequins yarn mixed in with cotton for the body, and then some leather purse handles, and it has a gold lame lining that coordinates with the sequins on the outside. Very pretty. I am going to part with this one too. I can't keep all the bags. I have to tell myself that I can't keep them all. Oh, I love this bag. I don't think I've done the video tutorials for this one yet, so I should probably hang on to this one until I finish doing the videos. But that's a showstopper. I think this is so, so, so pretty. I think it's the way I combine the colors. This is another example of the 5 color curated colors that I've put together. If you go to any of those blog posts on my website where I've put together 5 color, when I've curated 5 color combinations based on those nature inspiration photos, this is one of them. See how beautiful, when you pick colors that go together well, it makes a showstopper of a project. Anytime you're questioning, did I do videos for this? Now I'm starting to think I did the videos for it after all. I don't think so. Anyway, if you're having any trouble picking colors, please take a look at some of those inspiration photos. I'm sure that either the nature inspiration photos themselves or the colors of yarn put together, one or the other or both, will give you some inspiration for sure. And whether it's for bags, shawls, garments, Afghans, whatever, you can definitely find inspiration seeing those colors put together. What was I going to say about that? Oh, I keep getting asked the same questions about where can I find those color combinations. I have done them for Be So Baby yarn, and I have done them for Be So Luxe yarn. Why did I do them for those 2 yarns? Because they have very large color palettes. Be So Baby yarn comes in 60 colors, and Be So Luxe yarn comes in 46 colors. That gives me a large palette from which to pull colors to do these combinations for you. So that's why I've done them on both of those. And if you're looking to find those photos, you can find them on the yarn pages. So for example, Be So Luxe yarn, and I only have about 12 done so far, and I plan on doing more, hopefully soon, today, this weekend, I don't know, the near future. I do have more that I want to put together in some different types of combinations. Anyway, if you're looking to find them, they are on the product page for Be So Luxe yarn. So what happens is when you go to that page, you see the colors, you see the discount code, you see the shopping cart button, and you may assume that's it. Almost, I would say 99% of the time on my website, there is more. But wait, there's more. Applies here too. If you scroll a little past where you think something might end, there's usually more information there. And case in point, on the Be So Luxe yarn page, if you scroll past the meat and potatoes of the page, there's more. And that's where you can find all of those amazing color combinations that I've put together so far in Be So Luxe yarn. When I have more, I will make a blog post to go along with it as well, but in the meantime, you can find some of them there. And the last two patterns that I've made, you can't see the purple shawl from here, can you? Maybe I'll put that one on next. I'm not partying with that one yet, it's too new. But even if you don't want to do any of those nature-inspired colors, this and the Hadley shawl here and the knit shawl that is almost done. I still don't know where I put it this morning. Anyway, these were based on color families on the color chart. So if you don't want to use any nature inspiration photo colors curated by me, you can just go by any of the color family columns on the color card. That's all I did for this one. I picked the purple column. On the other one, I picked the teals. So you can stay within a color family and still get a showstopper. With 46 colors, there's so many beautiful colors to choose from in Be So Luxe. In Be So Baby, there's 60 beautiful colors to choose from. And on both of their color cards, I organized the colors by color. I organized all the colors by color family so that if you wanted to stay within all the neutrals, all the greens, all the purples, all the Mondays, I'm reading something. It doesn't matter. Whatever color family you want to go with, you can, they're already done right there. So that's easy. I'm hanging on to that one, but I do want to put this one on. Doris, I did mention that this morning. My goal is to try to get the sample sale live by next week. That's the goal. It takes a lot of work on my part to get it up and running. Oh, that's much more flattering over my belly this morning. Yay! You know what I mean. And if you are signed up for my mailing list, the email, I will be sending out an email that's okay. But if you're on my mailing list, this is what I've mentioned the last couple of days since I mentioned the sample sale is coming. If you're signed up for my mailing list, that will be the very first place I will announce the sample sale. Why is that important? Because there's only one of everything. So as soon as someone buys anything, it'll be sold out. So when I list the sample sale, things will sell out immediately. Not everything, but there'll be like a couple of things that sell out immediately. So the best way to stay on top of the sample sale is to sign up for my mailing list. What is my mailing list? And you'll say, oh, another mailing list. I only send out emails when I have something literally that I think you want to hear about, whether it's new sales, new patterns, new videos. The only person that knows your email address from when you share it with me is me. I don't share it with anything. I'm not one of those bigger companies that sells ads or sells lists or anything like that. It is completely private. If you don't want to be on my mailing list anymore, there's an unsubscribe button at the bottom of every single email I send out. Once in a while I send out 2 a week, and it's because I have important stuff to share with you twice in 1 week. The rest of the time, it's never more than 1 week. But again, if you feel like my content is spamming you, unsubscribe. But if you like my content, you're never going to feel spammed because I literally only share the things in a convenient way for you that I talk about everywhere else. So, oh my gosh, I'm falling in love with this shawl all over again, looking at it as a poncho tied in the front like this. Are you too? Like, I don't feel like I even showed this. I'm gonna have to sit up a little more. I don't even feel like I showed this shawl in a poncho shape before. Are you loving this as well? Like, doesn't this feel like a new way to see it? I don't know, maybe it's just me. And seeing these diagonal angles because of the stripes is so flattering around my neck and body. Wow. Whew, so pretty. And the drape, oh my goodness. Is there anything better than drapey yarn? I don't know. I suppose there's better. Purring kitties are right up there at the top of the list too. What else? Good food. Lisa asked me to stand up. Well, now that might be challenging because my camera is set up for me to sit on the floor today, so I'm not sure. I don't think that's going to work. Can't back up far enough. I can get on my knees and show you like that. You know, I have everything set up for Lisa's typos. Lisa, nothing is better than, I don't know if I'm not even going to read that back, Lisa. I'm sure it's a typo. Did I claw grip to close it? Yes, I have one of those little, I call them my butterfly clips. I found these on Amazon a couple years ago and I absolutely love them. I have them in 3 different sizes and you can find them in my Amazon shop. And what's great is that with these stripes, it's really easy to match up the stripes and match up the length because of them. I knew it was a typo, Lisa. I just don't know what you were oh, maybe, is that what she was trying to say, drapey? Drapey, okay. Well, Lisa, I think we all got a really fun laugh out of it. And that's the best part of typos. If you can laugh, honestly, anytime you could laugh at anything, it's good. But that was a really funny typo. I like it. And I agree. There's nothing better than drapey yarn. And why? Because you have so many possibilities with it then. There's so many different ways to wear something and style something when you have drape. Are there reasons for stiff yarn? Absolutely. If you're going to do rugs or other things. But as long as you're making garments, there's nothing better than drapey yarn. Absolutely. Yes, you have to laugh at life or you won't survive it. Very good point, Karen. I agree 100%. All right, we need to get back to the samples. I started falling in love with the Hadley shawl all over again and lost my we got a lot to go over here. All right, I think I found another one. This one is the Gladys Shrug. It will not look attractive on with what I'm wearing because my belly is spilling over my top, but I will try it on so you can see it. This one was done in Be So Toasty yarn, but it's a #1 fingering weight yarn, so you could do it in a #1 fingering weight. I think I want to redo it in a thicker yarn to show you how to modify the pattern. Because it's done in motifs in a square, it'll be really easy to modify this from #1 to #2, #3, #4, and #5. And as you get bigger, you would need less motifs to get the same size square, and then you would still put the same edging on it. So I think when I do the videos on this one, I'm going to show you not only how to do all of the motifs and the stitches, but also explain to you how to modify it. So I'll show the photos for this one, but I will also remake it in one of the bigger yarns to give you some options. So for that reason, the Gladys is going to go in the sample sale. So I don't like parting with that one. I really like it, and other than the fact that it doesn't look good with the top I have on right now, I like the way it fits me very much. But that's why I'm going to show you how to redo it. So I will redo it, and it'll be okay. Yeah, I think it's going to be really fun too. And that's another reason why I'm getting rid of some of these samples, is because it will force me to, if I want to wear them again, it'll force me to remake them again. And as I do that, I'm going to make a point to remake them in different weight yarns than the originals, so that I can show you how to remake things in different yarns. And I think it's going to be, you know, multi-layered learning. How fun is that? Not only will you learn how to read the charts, not only will you learn how to read the pattern, not only will you learn how to crochet the stitches and knit the stitches, but you will also learn how to modify for different weight yarns. Yes, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Anyway, let's move on. All right, these are not published yet, so they have to stay. All right, this one's going to be painful, a little bit painful. I don't think I can get rid of I can't get rid of these today. These are some knit shawls in here that I can't get rid of. I'm not ready to part with the Princess Hibiscus. I'm not ready to part with Misty Memories. Maybe when I remake them, then I'll be able to part with them, but until then I can't. This is the Fine Sampler. No, this is the Bonita Beach. That was the first shawl I designed in Be So Fine yarn. I don't know if I'll ever be able to part with this one. That just is a very specific, that's a very specific memory that I don't think I'll ever be able to part with. This is the Fine Sampler shawl. If I remake it, I can part with it. Until then, I cannot. But you can find all of these patterns on my website. This is the Marissa shawl done for Motif Magic. Also a single pattern on my website. And this is done in Be So Fine Tidbits. This is colors Stormy Sea, Jaded Peacock, and Harbor Fog. And I have a second sample of it here. This one is in Stormy Sea, Lilac Memories, and Crushed Berries. You can make either of those now. And this is the Lover's Key knit lace shawl. This one has some damage to it, so I can't sell it anyway. All right, so we're not parting with those just yet. If I remake them, like a lot of these could be remade in Be So Luxe yarn, and when I do, then I can part with them, but until then I can't. Let's see. And then the rest up here is garments that I probably need to wrap my head around. Thank you, Julie. Yes, Karen, this is like hanging out with your sister or your friend cleaning out our closet. Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, we have gone over on time a little bit, so we could either keep going and I could go through some of these squares up here, or we could, or I could do them off camera and surprise you with what goes into the sample sale. It's just so hard. Can you tell it's stressful on me? Hopefully I hide it. Hopefully I can, you know, hide it pretty well. Oh, did you, any of you see that I released the tree skirt yesterday? The tree skirt for my Christmas tree? Did you see that I released that pattern? Do you want to see it? It's on my Christmas tree right now. The only problem is the kitties love to play on it, and I don't have any Christmas presents underneath it just yet. So I'll have to fix it to show it to you. Here we go. Let me just fix it real quick. Because the kitties get under here and they go, woo, that's nice and slippery. And they chase each other around it. And it'll look much cuter once I have some presents under it. And I have bought some presents already. I bought Marlon and Jess some presents that I'd really love to tell you about, but I should probably wait until we're closer to Christmas. But I bought them little gifts that I think they're both gonna cry about. I can tell you, right? What I need to do is have the link available before I tell you, because I know a lot of you are probably going to be interested as well in buying these for people, animal lovers in your life. So let me get the links together and then I will share them, because then I can, and maybe we'll do a wrapping episode. We'll do some fun present wrapping, and we'll do some creative things about making interesting creative wrapping techniques. How about that? So let's hold off on that. The tree skirt is available now. The pattern includes really detailed charts as well as written instructions for every row. It's so pretty. It has that great pop of texture with all of those popcorn stitches on it. It's done in a treble crochet base, meaning the rows are pretty long so that it does speed it up a little bit, but it is a big project, right? It's a big project. It's done in the round, and it's 17 balls of Be So Scrubby yarn, which are little balls, so don't let that intimidate you. It's also only $2.99 a ball, and with bulk discount, so it's 17 balls. That puts you into the 15% discount rate, so you can get a great deal on that as well. Let's see. Thank you, Grace. I love my tree skirt. My kitties love it too, and what's funny is that my kitties are so well behaved when it comes to the actual tree that I think they're making up for it with not being well behaved when it comes to the tree skirt. But as soon as I put presents underneath it, I think that that will solve it. Anyway, let's get over here to some sample garments. What are we parting with? Can we part with this beautiful topper vest from Layers Crochet? I'm not sure I'm ready to part with this one yet. I will have to think. Yes, the tree skirt could work as a cape in softer yarn. Yes. And I don't remember the name of this one, but it is from Layers Crochet, and it is a vest pattern on my website. So anytime I mention that something's from anything's from a book, it's also a single pattern on my website as well. Oh, do I part with it or do I keep it? I think I need to part with it. Need to part with it. And then this is the Athena Shrug, also in Be So Sporty yarn. So beautiful. Long sleeve, beautiful ruffle cowl, or ruffle collar. The videos are done for all these too though, so I should part with that one as well. I'm keeping this one. This is the Fabergé blanket that I turned into a shrug. I definitely am going to need that one this fall when we go outside at the beach. I'm keeping the Camilla Tunisian cardigan because I have not been able to wear that one outside yet. And I'm keeping this beautiful cowl from Be So Easy yarn because I haven't been able to wear it yet. So anything that I've made over the summer for fall and haven't worn yet, I'm not parting with. I hope that makes sense. But I am trying to get rid of as much else as I can. So this is the Moringa. Again, these are newer things. Most of these are newer up here that I just haven't been able to wear yet, so I'm hanging on to those. I do love my Catalina headscarf, and I just made that one, so I'm not getting rid of that one yet. What I do want, I think there's two up here that I can part with. This is the Priscilla Crochet Circle Vest. This one is in Be So Fine yarn from the Gradient Kits. And then I did it a second time in Be So Baby yarn in rainbows. So I'm gonna part with the Priscilla Crochet Vest in Be So Fine yarn, and I'm going to part with the rainbow version in Be So Baby yarn. I'm gonna part with both of those and put all of these back up here. Oh, what else is in here? These are cowls that I released when Be So Easy first came out. A crochet one. This one was from the video tutorial, so that's not a full size. I'll put that back with these. All right. I can't remember what I called this one. I can't believe how much trouble I'm having with names today. But this beautiful top can be worn. And the pattern for this one comes with instructions for making it a top and also making it a poncho. So this pattern has two different parts to it. And I would really like to make this one as a poncho. The videos are done for this top, so I feel like I do need to part with it. Fernanda, thank you, Carrie, thank you. We're gonna part with that one. Okay, what's down here? This is not published yet. I can't believe how many problems I'm having with names this morning. Oh man, I think I gotta part with all of these. This is the Trina pullover in organic cotton. That was Be So Serene. This is the Claire, it's inside it out, let me right side it out. This is the Claire pullover from Layers Knit Book that is in Be So Tender yarn. Very easy knit pullover. I'm going to part with that one. This is Twilight Skies Vest in Be So Baby yarn. I'm not ready to part with that one, so I am going to hang on to that. The Aveline, these are newer, mostly newer. Sweet Clara, no way, not parting with that. This is the dress version of the oh gosh, what is this one called? We did a cardigan for it, and we did I have the lighter green version in a top. This is the dress, and then I did it as a, oh my gosh. I know a lot of you have made this one too. Anyway, I'm gonna part with the dress version. These are all done in Margot, thank you, Carrie. Boy, I'm having some brain fog on this morning. Anyways, we're gonna part with the Margot dress. This is in Be So Baby yarn in color navy. I'm going to keep the here's the pullover version. I'm going to keep the pullover version. This one I'm keeping, but I am gonna part with the dress. Keeping the Aveline, okay, that, keeping that. I could possibly part with this knit vest. Can't remember the name of it either. It's also in Be So Baby yarn. And this is, that one, it's in forest green, I believe. Let's see what else is over here. Baby blanket, I'm not parting with that one. Oh, here's a couple more pieces we could part with probably. Yep, I found a few more over here, and there's probably more over there, and there's probably going to be some surprises in there as well. This is this is a beautiful Be So Sporty cardigan in color pink damask. It's a side-to-side construction. I know several of you have made this one and really enjoyed it. It starts from the cuff and works to the center back, and then they get joined together, kind of like joining motifs as you go. So you work each side from the out, and Brandy, yes, Carrie, thank you. So we're gonna part with that. This is the long sleeve version of the Sweet Clara cardigan. I'm not sure I'm ready to get rid of this one just yet. I also have the short sleeve version of the Sweet Clara cardigan here. These are both in Be So Sporty yarn. Not sure. I can't remember the name of this one, but this is a top-down knit shawl in Be So Fine gradient yarn. Isn't that beautiful? So pretty. Can't remember the name of it either. I'll remember them when I list them, and I'll post the patterns there as well. I'm going to list that one. And this top, it's not the Trixie. It came out around the same time as the Trixie, but I don't remember. But all the patterns will be listed when I show the sample sale, so there's that. Sweet Clara cardigans. Yes, Paloma. This is the Paloma. Yes, Carrie. You're right. Okay, what else do we have over here? Got some baby blankets that I'm not willing to part with. Got some scarves. We've got a bag here I could part with. I could part with this one. I'm not parting with oh, you know what else I'm going to part with? You know what else? I've got 15 scarves up here because I did one in each color of Be So Vivid yarn to show you all the colorways. I only need to keep one or two, so I will part with whichever colors I decide not to keep. So there will be probably at least 13 of those for sale. And then this bag, and the name's escaping me again. It is a crochet along bag. We did this as a crochet along. I do not remember what it's called though. Aren't these colors lovely? And every time I look at this, I think of it as the top of a tank top and go, you need to, Cosmo, thank you, Thea. This is the Cosmo bag. I want to make a Cosmo tank top out of it. I love the idea of 2 points being the top of a tank top and then this being the straps. And obviously it would need to be bigger for me, but I really, really, really want to redo this as a garment. It would be a great dress too, a tank top or a dress. But we're done with the bag. We've done it as a crochet along, we've done videos, we've done the pattern, we've got charts, we've got everything for it, so I'm going to part with it. All right, this one's unpublished. Isn't this pretty? I believe this one's still unpublished. It's a beautiful tank top done in Be So Fine tidbit yarn in colors pink damask, ice silver fox, and chantilly lace. Isn't that beautiful? I need to get off my booty and publish it is what I need to do. All right, Sweet Claire cardigans. I'm starting to get short of breath. Can you tell I'm getting nervous? It means they're getting harder to part with. But I feel like we got a pretty decent size sample sale going on over there now. What do you think? I think this is going to be a pretty amazing sale now. So, which is going to help some of you with Christmas presents or other holiday presents. Some of you may want to keep them for yourselves because you know that I handmade them myself. And some of you may just want to keep them for the memories of remembering when I wore them on the show or made them on the show. Like, there's a lot of memories here for you as well. And then again, gifts, giving, even just having a stash of gifts to give when a gift giving opportunity presents itself. There's always a good reason to keep things as gift stash, in addition to knowing when you see something like that's perfect for this person, that's a perfect gift for this person. So there's a variety of different reasons why you might be inspired to pick up some of these for gifts. And let's see. What else? Well, we went long today, but I hope this was fun. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to spend a few minutes here with me. We didn't get to go outside today because it's storming like crazy, but I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me in my studio as I try really hard to part with some of my beloved samples. And I will be listing these things on my website as soon as I can. You'll be first to know if you're signed up for my mailing list, and thereafter I will share on social media as well. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. Have a wonderful day, everybody, and I will see you Monday for the next episode of the Kristin Omdahl Show. Bye-bye.